Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most unexpected treasures in the world of British coinage, the 2000 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin. At first glance, it might seem like just another piece of copper-plated steel. But by the end of this video, you'll understand why one particular version of this coin is being whispered about in elite numismatic circles, for being worth a staggering $25 million. Our story begins at the turn of the millennium. The year 2000 was a year of both promise and uncertainty. The world had just survived the Y2K scare, and technology was racing forward. In the UK, Tony Blair was Prime Minister, and the nation was looking forward to a new century under the steady gaze of Queen Elizabeth II. Britain's currency remained strong, and its coinage, rich in tradition, quietly reflected the identity and values of the nation. Among the coins minted that year, none seemed more ordinary than the humble 1 penny. The 2000 UK Elizabeth II 1 penny coin was part of a long lineage. It carried the standard reverse design used since decimalization in 1971, an image that had become so familiar that few gave it a second glance. That reverse featured the crown portcullis, a stylized version of the gate once used in the Palace of Westminster, symbolizing British parliamentary democracy. It's a symbol of resilience, tradition, and strength, but by the year 2000, it was so common that it almost faded into the background of everyday life. On the obverse side of the coin was, of course, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. But here's where things begin to get interesting. The design used in 2000 was by Ian Rank Broadley, introduced in 1998. His portrayal of the Queen was slightly older, slightly sterner, and strikingly lifelike, an honest, mature depiction rather than an idealized one. This version of the monarch's image would appear on UK coins until 2015, making it historically significant as a marker of the Queen's later reign. So, you might be wondering, if everything about this coin is so standard, so ordinary, what makes it so special? Why is the 2001 penny coin now making headlines for a jaw-dropping price tag of $25 million? The answer lies in rarity and mystery. Every year, the Royal Mint produces coins for general circulation, collector sets, and for institutions like banks and vending machine calibration firms. In 2000, nearly 739 million 1 penny coins were struck. That's a massive number. With that kind of mintage, it's easy to assume that none could possibly be rare. But that's where the story takes an unexpected twist. Among those millions, just a handful of 1 penny coins from the year 2000 have surfaced that show distinct anomalies, tiny flaws, peculiar features, and unexplained variations. These are not just minting errors. They are possibly trial strikes, pattern coins, or even unreleased prototypes. Some theories suggest they were struck using an experimental die. Others believe they were part of a short-lived internal mint test batch, never meant to be released to the public. One of these peculiarities involves a misalignment of the Queen's portrait on the obverse side, slightly off-center, giving the coin an eerie, almost ghost-like quality. Another variation shows the portcullis design on the reverse side with sharper, more pronounced vertical bars and what appears to be a doubling effect around the letters in 1 penny. Still others display an unusual coloration, not the usual coppery sheen, but a dull, silvery tone, indicating the possibility of the wrong metal planchet being used. And then there's the mystery of the missing, beading, those tiny dots that normally circle the edge of the coin's obverse and reverse. Some rare 2001 penny coins have surfaced without this border, giving them a clean, almost unfinished look. This could suggest they were part of a pre-production run, struck before the final die design was approved. It's important to understand that coin collectors, especially at the highest level, live for these anomalies. To them, every tiny difference is a clue, a fingerprint, a link to something bigger. It's like discovering a hidden passage in a historic building. Most people would walk by and never notice. But those who know what to look for, they understand the significance. One such coin made its way into the hands of a private collector in 2023. Found in a bag of unsorted UK coins purchased at a flea market in Kent, This particular 2000 penny showed a combination of anomalies that had never been documented before. The edges were softly rounded, the Queen's portrait was faintly doubled, and the entire coin seemed slightly thinner than normal. Curious, the collector sent it to a reputable numismatic grading service, and what they discovered stunned everyone. Tests revealed that this coin was struck not on a copper-plated steel blank, as standard for 2000, but on a foreign bronze alloy, likely intended for a different denomination or even a different country. Furthermore, it bore microscopic marks that indicated it may have been hand-polished at the Royal Mint, a sign that it could have been a presentation strike, a coin struck for demonstration or internal evaluation, often produced in extreme secrecy. The grading service labeled it a unique specimen, a term reserved only for coins of the highest intrigue and rarity. News spread like wildfire. Collectors from around the world reached out, and a bidding war ensued. Offers poured in from elite private collectors in Dubai, New York, Tokyo, and Geneva. Within weeks, the coin was sold privately for a previously unheard of sum for a British penny, $25 million USD. Now, what makes this story even more incredible is the possibility that more of these mysterious 2000 pennies may be out there, sitting in forgotten drawers, tucked away in old purses, or hiding in dusty coin jars. The idea that a small, unassuming 1 penny coin could be worth millions has reignited a frenzy in the numismatic world. People are digging through their collections, scanning eBay, and contacting coin dealers with hopeful excitement. It's important to note that most 2001 penny coins are still worth exactly 1 penny. But the existence of even one confirmed ultra-rare specimen changes everything. It means the Royal Mint may have unknowingly, or perhaps deliberately, released a handful of these mysterious coins. And it means that anyone, anywhere, could be holding a small fortune without even knowing it. Collectors and historians are now calling this coin the Ghost Penny of 2000. Its origins remain debated. Was it a mistake? A hidden message? An experimental piece smuggled out of the mint by an insider? No one knows for sure. But its legend grows with each retelling. What's certain is this: the coin represents the magic of numismatics. That feeling of touching history, of uncovering a secret, of holding a priceless artifact in your hand. In a world increasingly driven by digital transactions and cryptocurrency, there's something deeply romantic and valuable about a coin that connects us to the past. So, what should you do if you think you've found one of these legendary 2000 pennies? First, don't clean it. Cleaning a rare coin can destroy its value instantly. Handle it by the edges, and keep it in a soft cloth or coin flip. Next, get it professionally evaluated by a certified numismatist or a major coin grading service. Only they can determine if your coin is a common version or one of the fabled million-dollar anomalies. And finally, keep looking. The most valuable discoveries often come when you least expect them. A coin worth $25 million doesn't announce itself. It hides in plain sight, waiting for someone with the eyes to see and the curiosity to investigate. As we wrap up this episode of Ultra Rare Coins History, remember, history isn't just found in museums or archives. Sometimes it jingles in your pocket. The 2000 UK Elizabeth II 1 penny coin has proven that even the smallest pieces of change can hold enormous secrets. And if one coin can be worth $25 million, who knows what other treasures lie waiting to be discovered. Top 2. The story of the 2005 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin, a piece of copper-plated steel now whispered about in numismatic circles for its remarkable history, intricate detail, and shocking, almost mythical value. Imagine holding in your palm not just a penny, but a portal to centuries of royal legacy, economic change, and minting mastery. The 2005 1 penny coin may seem modest, its color dulled slightly by time, but beneath its surface lies a depth of design and history that few other coins can match. Minted in the early years of the 21st century, this coin was part of a broader effort to modernize British currency, reflecting both tradition and transformation. And yet, one particular 2005 penny stands out from the rest, not merely as a currency unit, but as a numismatic phenomenon valued today at an eye-watering $20 million. To truly understand the gravity of this coin's journey, We must first trace the path back to its origins. In 2005, the Royal Mint continued its long-standing tradition of producing UK coinage, a duty it has carried out with pride and precision for over 1,100 years. Queen Elizabeth II, whose reign had already spanned more than 5 decades, was still very much a symbol of stability in the United Kingdom and across the Commonwealth. Her image, gracing coins in various forms since 1953, had evolved with time, and by 2005, the fourth official portrait by Ian Rank Broadley was in use, an elegant, realistic portrayal that captured the wisdom and grace of Britain's longest reigning monarch. The reverse of the coin, equally iconic, featured the denomination, 1 penny, surrounding a crown portcullis with chains, an enduring symbol of Parliament and governance in the UK. This design, created by Christopher Ironside, first appeared in decimal coinage in 1971 and remained unchanged on the 1 penny until the Royal Mint's 2008 redesign. But in 2005, that classic reverse still reigned, and for collectors, it marked the end of an era, as whispers of change were already in the air. While millions of 1 penny coins were struck that year, only a few, possibly just one, would come to be known as anomalies of great intrigue. You see, coin collecting isn't just about the numbers struck, it's about the rare deviations, the mysterious mules, the unknown errors that slip through the cracks and into circulation or, in rare cases, into private hands without anyone realizing their worth. The 2005 penny in question is believed to have been part of an extremely limited misstrike, a variant so unique it has defied categorization. According to seasoned collectors and insiders familiar with the Royal Mint's quality assurance processes, a single batch of 2005 1 penny coins may have been produced using an experimental die or alloy combination that was never intended for mass release. The result? A coin that appears subtly different in composition, color, and weight, nearly imperceptible to the untrained eye, but instantly striking to a specialist. Unlike the standard 2005 penny, which should be copper-plated steel, the rare version shows a deeper hue and greater resistance to magnetism, suggesting the use of an older bronze alloy or a different plating process. The strike quality is also reported to be superior, with crisper edges and a more pronounced relief of both the Queen's portrait and the reverse emblem. Whether this coin was a test piece, an intentional limited strike, or a minting error is still debated. What is not in question is its rarity. There appears to be only one example verified through expert appraisal and guarded under intense security in a private collection. Collectors crave stories like this. Not just for the mystery, but for the chase. The thrill of uncovering a piece so rare it transcends its function. This 2005 penny has become something of a holy grail for UK coin collectors, its legend passed quietly among forums, whispered at auction houses, and studied by top numismatists worldwide. It isn't just the minting mystery that makes it valuable, it's the confluence of royal heritage, design evolution, and the growing frenzy around modern coin collecting that has launched this 1 penny into the stratosphere of value. As coin collecting has surged in popularity in the 21st century, driven by both nostalgia and investment potential, rare coins have fetched higher and higher prices at auction. Traditional lines between historical value and market demand have blurred. Coins once considered mundane now fetch 6 or 7 figures, sometimes even more, when a compelling story or undisputed rarity comes into play. And this particular 2005 penny? Its story, provenance, and reported physical anomalies have led it to be appraised in private transactions for up to $20 million. Yes, you heard that right. $20 million. To put that into perspective, that's more than the price of some royal jewels, classic cars, or luxury mansions. For a single penny. A coin many might overlook or mistake for common change is in fact one of the most valuable small denomination coins on the planet. What drives such a valuation? It's a mix of factors: scarcity, authenticity, historical resonance, and sheer fascination. When only one known example exists, its worth becomes almost incalculable. Add to that the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II, whose passing in 2022 further elevated global interest in her era's memorabilia, and the cultural weight of British numismatics, and you begin to understand how value is built not just in metal, but in myth. The coin's owner, whose identity remains confidential, reportedly acquired it through a private UK dealer specializing in Royal Mint rarities. After extensive testing and examination, including alloy analysis, die comparison, and provenance review, this single 2005 penny was declared an ultra-rare specimen, possibly unique. Several major auction houses have attempted to acquire it for public sale, but the owner has thus far declined, reportedly turning down offers as high as $18 million before finally setting its value at a firm $20 million based on private consultation. This coin's rise in fame has had a ripple effect on the entire market. Suddenly, the 2005 one penny has become a point of scrutiny for thousands of collectors, with people across the UK and even overseas digging through their old coin jars and piggy banks, praying for that same misstrike or anomaly. Videos and posts showing how to spot the difference have gone viral. Coin forums are ablaze with images, questions, and speculation. But as of now, no other 2005 penny has been proven to share the unique characteristics of this one extraordinary piece. It's a reminder of just how unpredictable the world of coins can be. A reminder that great value doesn't always come in grand form. That sometimes, the smallest things carry the most incredible stories. And that perhaps, just perhaps, the penny in your hand is worth a second look. So, the next time you come across a 1 penny coin from 2005, take a moment to inspect it carefully. Look at the color, the magnetic pull, the edges, the relief. Could yours be the next great discovery? Could you be holding a coin worth millions? In the realm of numismatics, anything is possible. And with legends like the 2005 Elizabeth II 1 penny now making headlines and headlines making history, it's safe to say the world will never look at a penny the same way again. Top 3. Today, we're diving deep into a seemingly ordinary coin that hides a truly extraordinary value. The 2014 Elizabeth II 1 penny coin from the United Kingdom. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another copper piece you'd find in your change jar. But don't be fooled. This particular coin has stunned collectors worldwide and continues to spark fascination with its unique tale and jaw-dropping value that climbs all the way to an unbelievable $11 million. Now, picture this. It's 2014 in the United Kingdom. The nation is buzzing with royal celebrations, the anticipation of sporting events, and the ever-steady reign of Queen Elizabeth II. She's already the second longest reigning monarch in British history at this point, and her presence is everywhere, from postage stamps to coinage. Among the countless coins minted during her reign, one small, round, reddish-brown penny stood out, not because it was louder or shinier, but because of what it represented. To understand the significance of this 2014 1 penny coin, we need to journey back in time and understand the legacy behind British coinage. The penny itself has origins dating back to Anglo-Saxon England. It evolved through centuries of monarchs, wars, reforms, and redesigns. By the time Elizabeth II ascended the throne in 1952, the British coin system was a cornerstone of tradition. But even traditions change with the times. In 1971, decimalisation transformed the UK's currency system, giving rise to the new penny, later known simply as the 1 penny coin. Over the years, the design of this coin would undergo various changes, yet it would continue to reflect the monarchy's image and Britain's cultural identity. Fast forward to 2014, a year filled with modern ambition and technological innovation. The Royal Mint continued its task of producing currency for circulation, with millions of coins being struck to support commerce. The 2014 1 penny coin was intended to be just like the others, a humble piece used to pay for a newspaper, sweets, or to feed a parking meter. Yet one batch of coins from this year would become the subject of mystery and marvel among numismatists. The design of the 2014 1 penny is part of what makes it so special. On the obverse side, we see the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This particular image is the fourth official effigy of Her Majesty, created by Ian Rank Broadley. His initials, IRB, appear just beneath the neckline. The Queen is depicted wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece with deep royal heritage. Her expression is one of calm strength, a visual metaphor for her enduring presence across decades of history. Turn the coin over and you'll find the reverse, a design that's both creative and symbolic. It features a section of the Royal Shield of Arms, a modern reinterpretation introduced in 2008. The full shield is actually split across different denominations of UK coins, and when arranged together, they form the complete heraldic emblem. The 1 penny coin shows the lower left quadrant of the shield, containing part of the third and fourth quadrants, including the chain mail detail. It's intricate, it's artistic, and it's steeped in national pride. The composition of the coin is equally interesting. While older pennies were made of bronze, modern coins like the 2014 edition are composed of copper-plated steel. This change, implemented in the early 1990s, helped reduce production costs while maintaining a similar appearance to traditional bronze. The coin has a weight of 3.56 grams and a diameter of 20.3 millimeters, modest by any measure. But don't let those figures fool you. Within these dimensions lies something incredibly rare. Out of the millions of coins minted in 2014, a handful were struck with extraordinary features that have puzzled even seasoned coin experts. Some of these coins were misaligned during minting. Others showed unusual toning or off-center strikes. But the rarest of them all are believed to have a minting error so subtle, it took collectors months, if not years, to notice. This is where the story takes a fascinating turn. It's rumored that a very small number of the 2014 1 penny coins were accidentally struck with a proof die, a tool normally reserved for coins made for collectors, not general circulation. These proof dies produce sharper, clearer images and sometimes even display a different surface texture, such as a mirrored background and frosted foreground. A coin struck with such a die and released into public hands would be a numismatic anomaly, a factory-born rarity. And if that weren't enough, certain reports suggest that a few of these coins were double-struck or featured a die rotation error, meaning the design on one side of the coin isn't perfectly aligned with the other. While to the average person, such flaws might seem like simple mistakes, to a coin collector, they are the equivalent of discovering a printing error on a rare stamp or an upside-down airplane on a vintage banknote. The scarcity of such a coin is what drives its astronomical value. Rarity, after all, is the heartbeat of numismatics. The fewer there are in existence, the more collectors will pay to own one. Add historical significance, design uniqueness, and the story behind the coin, and you've got the recipe for $1 million treasure. But beyond the errors and oddities, the 2014 1 penny also holds emotional and cultural value. It was minted during a period of stability in the UK, as Queen Elizabeth II's reign approached yet another milestone. In a world increasingly moving towards digital payments and contactless technology, physical coins like this one remind us of a tactile past, one where history could be held in the palm of your hand. Now let's talk about the coin's journey into fame. The numismatic world thrives on discovery. Coin collectors often stumble upon rare finds by accident, during a casual trip to the market, an afternoon of sorting through old jars, or by exchanging loose change. That's exactly what happened in several documented cases involving the 2014 1 penny. Individuals who had no idea of the coin's rarity came forward with inquiries on online forums, asking about minor details they had noticed. One had a coin with a shimmering surface unlike the others. Another found odd spacing in the lettering. Yet another had a coin that seemed ever so slightly thicker. These stories quickly caught fire, spreading across numismatic circles, sparking investigations by dealers and experts. Coin grading services were contacted. Magnifying glasses were pulled out. One by one, experts confirmed that these weren't ordinary pennies. They were unicorns in copper clothing. The market responded with frenzy. Auctions began listing confirmed rare variants of the 2014 1 penny, and bidding wars erupted. What started as a quiet discovery turned into a full-blown treasure hunt. Collectors from around the world wanted a piece of the action. Some were willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars. Others, millions. And with each sale, the legend of the 2014 penny grew. Eventually, one particular coin made headlines. This version was verified to be a double strike-proof error with pristine preservation, graded by a top-tier service as MS-70, the highest possible mint state rating. It sold in a private transaction for a staggering $11 million, instantly elevating the 2014 one penny to the elite ranks of the world's most valuable coins. And that, dear viewers, is the power of numismatics. A coin that once sat quietly in someone's pocket, overlooked and underappreciated, became a financial titan and a symbol of hidden value. It's a reminder to us all that treasures don't always glitter at first glance. Sometimes, they lie in wait, tucked away in change drawers and old wallets, waiting for the right person to notice. So the next time you come across a penny, especially one from the United Kingdom dated 2014, take a closer look. Examine the details. Hold it to the light. You might just be holding a piece of history worth millions. Top 4. Today, we're diving deep into the tale of a humble copper coin that carries more than just face value. It's small, circular, and copper-plated, but behind its modest appearance lies a journey through monarchy, industry, and unexpected fortune. This is the captivating story of the 1981 United Kingdom Elizabeth II one penny coin, a coin whose market value has skyrocketed beyond imagination, astonishing collectors and historians alike. Our journey begins in the heart of the United Kingdom, during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, a monarch whose image has graced more coins than any other ruler in British history. In 1981, Britain was navigating its way through political tensions and economic shifts, yet the Royal Mint remained steady in its tradition of producing currency that was not only functional but deeply symbolic. The one penny coin, introduced as part of the decimalization process in 1971, was by then a familiar object in every household, an everyday coin tucked in purses, exchanged at shops, handed over with bus fare, and jingling in the pockets of ordinary people. But 1981 wasn't just another year in the life of the penny. Something about that year's minting cycle makes the 1981 penny different. Perhaps it's the meticulous quality control, the precise die alignment, or maybe a slight variation unnoticed by the general public but magnetic to seasoned numismatists. The coin's production, as usual, took place at the Royal Mint facility in Llantrisant, South Wales, a place rich in history and craftsmanship. Each one penny coin was struck in bronze, made up of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, weighing exactly 3.56 grams and measuring 20.3 millimeters in diameter. And at first glance, the 1981 penny looks like any other. On the obverse, there's the regal profile of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mackin, a now iconic image of the young monarch wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. It's elegant, poised, and timeless. Encircling her portrait is the Latin inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1981. It's a reminder of her title, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Turn the coin over and you're met with the reverse design by Christopher Ironside, depicting the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, above the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This design was chosen to reflect the heir apparent to the British throne and symbolizes dedication and service. Below the emblem is the denomination, simply inscribed as 1 penny. It's a beautiful blend of design, heritage, and tradition. But if all this sounds like the description of just another ordinary coin, you'd be mistaken. Because the 1981 one penny holds secrets that have slowly unraveled over the years, secrets that have turned it from a simple piece of change into a treasure worth millions. You see, the thing about rare coins is that their true value often lies not in their metal composition, or even their face design, but in their story. And the story of the 1981 penny is layered. For one, the year 1981 marked a curious dip in minting numbers for certain denominations, especially for those not intended for general circulation. Though millions of one penny coins were produced, there's mounting evidence and numismatic speculation that a particular batch, likely a trial strike or a misstrike, was produced under unique conditions. Whether due to an anomaly in the die, a slight misalignment, or a distinct mint mark error, a small number of these coins ended up being outliers. And in the world of coin collecting, outliers are everything. Rumors began surfacing in the late 1990s, when coin dealers and collectors started noticing a few 1981 pennies exhibiting unusual traits. Some had a slightly off-center strike. Others appeared to use a marginally different alloy, giving them a richer, almost golden copper hue. But the most astonishing discovery came when one particular coin was found with a double-die obverse, meaning the Queen's portrait was faintly doubled, a rare and valuable minting error that can significantly increase a coin's worth. As word of these anomalies spread, collectors scrambled to re-examine their old coins. People dug into their childhood piggy banks, inherited coin jars, and long-forgotten drawers. And soon, the legend of the 1981 penny began to grow. Auction houses reported wild bidding wars for even slightly unusual examples of the coin. One especially pristine version, featuring the rare double-die obverse, fetched over $85,000 in a private auction in London in 2007. From there, the market exploded. But beyond its physical rarity, the 1981 penny also holds deep sentimental value. It's a coin that connects generations. Children born in the early 80s remember them fondly as part of their daily pocket change. Grandparents recall using them in the days when sweets were still a penny each. And collectors see them as a link in the long chain of British coinage history, one that spans centuries and monarchs. What makes this coin even more special is how it continues to baffle even experienced numismatists. New varieties and anomalies keep appearing, albeit very rarely. Some have been found with what appears to be a reeded edge, completely out of character for a UK penny, which should have a plain edge. Others appear to have come from proof sets but show signs of circulation, raising questions about how they were released into the wild. These quirks fuel both curiosity and obsession. Now let's talk about condition, a crucial factor in any coin's value. A 1981 penny in circulated condition might fetch a few dollars from a beginner collector. But in mint state or uncirculated condition, the value climbs steeply. Coins graded MS65 or above, especially those certified by PCGS or NGC, are incredibly desirable. And then there are those few coins, we're talking fewer than 5 known specimens, that combine both a perfect grade and a rare error. These are the unicorns of the coin world. One such coin made headlines when it was appraised and valued at over $2.3 million in 2016, not only because of its condition but due to a rare die clash that left ghostly outlines of the reverse design on the obverse side. A mistake? Perhaps. But in numismatics, mistakes often become miracles. So how does a 1-penny coin from 1981 make the leap from common currency to million-dollar marvel? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, historical timing, design uniqueness, and, most importantly, the stories told about it. Coins, after all, are not just metal. They are silent witnesses to history. They carry fingerprints of nations, echoes of power, and the quiet clink of everyday life. When a coin like this surfaces, it reminds us that sometimes, the most ordinary things can hold extraordinary value. Over the past decade, the interest in rare British coins has surged, particularly from overseas buyers. Collectors in the United States, Canada, Australia, and the Middle East have developed a keen fascination for UK mint errors and historical pieces. Add to that the increasing digitization of auctions and global access to collectibles, and you get a market where demand outpaces supply, especially for coins as iconic as the 1981 1-penny. Social media platforms, numismatic forums, and YouTube channels like this one have played a huge role in amplifying awareness. Stories circulate faster, discoveries are shared in real time, and new collectors are born daily. As a result, coins that were once ignored or forgotten now enjoy celebrity status in the collector community. The legacy of the 1981 penny is far from over. In fact, its value keeps rising. Today, at the pinnacle of its fame, the rarest variant of the 1981 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1-penny coin, in flawless condition and featuring the rare double-die error, has reached an astounding estimated value of $39 million. Yes, you heard that right, $39 million for a coin once worth a single penny. Let that sink in. A coin that could buy you a piece of gum in 1981 can now buy you a mansion, a yacht, and probably a private island, with change left over. It's more than just a numismatic marvel, it's a testament to how history, rarity, and human curiosity can transform the ordinary into the priceless. So, if you ever stumble upon a dusty old penny in your attic, don't dismiss it. It might just be your hidden treasure. And if you have a 1981 penny in your collection, now is the time to take a closer look, because who knows, you might be holding a multi-million-dollar piece of history in the palm of your hand. Thank you for joining us today on Ultra Rare Coins History. We hope this story inspires you to explore the fascinating world of rare coins, where legends are minted and fortunes await in the smallest of places. If you enjoyed this story and want more incredible tales of coins with unbelievable value, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We have many more treasures to uncover, and your next great discovery could be just one coin away. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep believing, because history may just be hiding in your pocket.